Hello everyone, welcome back. It's finally finished. My jumbo hearts Valentine's treasure trove creation for Rickety Snippets design team. These are all Sally's original digitals, and you can find them on her Etsy. I will link her Instagram and all that stuff down below for you. And I know everybody doesn't like long intros, so I'm going to just get started here. And I have made the box, and if you hear my cats meowing and skittering, I am up in the living room because I wanted to do natural lighting for this one, and I needed a bigger space so that everybody could see everything. So I will show you what's in the box first, in the trunk, and then I will show you the outside of the trunk while it's empty, because it's just easier to maneuver, and explain just a few little details and things. But I did want you to notice it does have little side handles, and you can pick it up by the little side handles with what's in it now. If you overload it, there's no promises that it will be okay, but you can pick it up as it is. The trunk itself is incredibly sturdy. It is, I made it from my husband's Lego boxes. So there. It has a latch hook for the front closure. The nail heads are vintage upholstery nails that we snipped. He snipped the backs off for me, and I applied onto here. Pink satin seam binding. There is stitching around a lot of things, and gold gilding wax on a lot of places. So let's open the latch, and on the inside, my camera is too tall for me to see, and the cat is standing on my step stool. So, excuse me, kitty. Thank you. So I will do this hopefully this way so that you can see. Oh, good, you can see. Okay, the inside, and I hope it's not too much of a glare, but I wanted it to be pretty anyway. Or you to see, not in the basement. I will get a good interior shot of this, hopefully. So, but there is a gold fabric pouch here that I have a little bit of sewing on, and it has a mini journal in it. And you can take the clip off, leave the clip on. It's just a little mini bulldog type clip with some little hearts. And this is, I handmade this one. There's a lace closure. And I left the leather plain except for the gold around the edges, so that you can decorate it how you want. A lot of this is more like a kit style, so that there are a lot of plain pages. There are a few that are decorated, but not to my normal capacity, because I'm putting in a lot of extra new and vintage ephemera in this for you to play with and make it your own. There are fabric pieces, some decorator paper, some old book pages. This is petal paper that has petal inclusions, a little bit of stamping, and on the strands there's some beads. And this is big enough of a pocket so that the husband stated, well, if they want to put like a favorite stuffed animal or a specific memento in there, you can. And then on here, we have the folio. And there's a pressed flower in the wax seal. And the belly band slides off. It is loosely on there so that you can add things in. If you don't like the anything in here, just snip it off, reuse it, put it somewhere else. Don't use it, pass it along. There is a pocket with a little bit of decorated tag on there. Pieces of ephemera for you to work with. And this can go in your journal. You can give it to someone for a happy mail. You can put it on your mantle. And then there is the folio. There's the back. And there are embossed pieces in here. Vintage papers in here. All kinds of goodies for you to go through and find for you to create with. So that's why it's labeled more as a kit, because there are many, 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 many pieces. You open up the folio. Here is a belly band. Gold gilding on a lot of places. Some little pockets. A cute little tuck spot. Now this piece flips up. And the back is left plain. You can sticker collage, you can journal on it, whatever you like. A side tuck pocket there. This flips open, and there's a little belly band, a little tuck pocket there. Lots of pieces for you to work with. I don't want to show every single piece of ephemera because I would like for whoever gets this to be surprised by what's inside. Here's a tiny envelope that I put together, and in that there is a little card. That's a surprise. Okay, and then that flips over, flips down, and there we go. And you can put it back together. There is a ephemera box. And I'm sure you can hear. I will give you a sneak peek at what's in here. Tons of goodies. This was made from this actual napkin. A love stamp. You get another napkin. There are embossings. There are old book paper embossings and cutouts. You can go over this with gold if you want to. You can tear it. Here is a book paper embossing, and I went over it with gold. There are ribbons, some ledger pages, envelope full of, there are fabrics, little fabric ruffles, cigar labels, hearts, obviously hearts, a little book, journal, fold out doodad page. I put a little tag that I created a little while ago in there for you. Something neat to put in. Oh, this was really fun to do. Little hearts, and you can twirly whirly it. You can use it as a bookmark. You can hang it up from a window or something, or just above your desk. It's really fun when the wind gets to it. Hello, kitty cat. This is the newest beans, baked beans. You are not going to go in the box today. Come on. This is the navigations of filming not in my studio. Little lace bits, doily bits. Here is I made the pocket out of 2 little doilies. Get out of the dirt. No dirt for you. Okay. And then I went over that with gilding wax and did the little puffy heart with the button, and inside are little vintage photo corners that you can use throughout. They don't have to hold photos. They can just be accents on things. There's all kinds of... Okay, so I ran out of storage space on my phone, and that's moving over. And I've switched to hubby's phone, so hopefully you're good with that. But I'll make this a little bit quicker then. The inside of the ephemera box also has a pocket with some goodies in it, and another pocket. You can put a name in there, you can put your ex libris in there, anything you want. And this is from 1880, I think. It's French, and there are pieces of that throughout the whole thing. So there is that bit. And then I made a little tray to go inside your treasure box. And gilding wax. This is a very soft paper. It is called Touche. It has a suede-like finish on it. And again, Lego boxes and some mat board on there. So you've got your tray to put your goodies in, and there is your little gem. And you pull out your journal, and we'll get to that in a moment. And the bottom has vintage buttons on it and a neat little cushion that I've sewn together. And on the sides are more of the Touche paper with texture paste that I've made to match with the colorings in hearts. And there are little pillars that your tray can sit on so that you can put all kinds of goodies and hidings in there. And let's see if there is the interior of the lid. And there's a side. And it doesn't quite close all the way, but that's just because of my construction. There's the bottom, again, soft touche. And there's the back. And the other side. And again, the front. And this poor little box has been banged around, thumped around, sort of, you know, run into things. And I may have lightly dropped it at one point. But it's incredibly strong, which I am incredibly happy about. So we shall put you over there. so that we can get to the journal. And the cover is an old French quilt that I got from the wonderful Elaine, and she is Antique Vintage Textiles, I think. I will link her down below, but she has the most wonderful fabrics and textiles and trims and laces, some of which are in here. And there are the dangles on the side. I didn't want to do a huge book tassel thing, so I just did this cute little heart because I wanted it, if you wanted to make it your own, this part was handmade for you with love by me. I want you to use the pieces in the kit, but I want you to make it your own. And this is a vintage pin, and you can take that off, you can move it around. And these are vintage crystal beads right here. And this is a little pink quartz gemstone. And this is a vintage key. And the way that you open this is you pull up on your little key and pull them out. And this is on a little safety pin. So you can leave it on there, you can take it off. I just didn't want you to lose it. And then this is seam binding, old seam binding. And you just pull that out. And it's secured with a cute little button. And then I think I have enough space. Open, and there's a little flap here to secure the ends of your pages. And then you have a this is also from Elaine, and it's vintage. I don't know what it was from, but it's a crochet. And a little envelope that I made out of doily. A paper doily. And then my daughter did, there are wax seals flittered throughout. And my lovely daughter lovingly, happily made those for me to put in here. And then this just slides off. And it's a heart, and it's got gold gilding wax. And then there's the front of the envelope. And those are original stamps. And then you open it up, and I've lined it with fabric. And then there are goodies inside of here as well for you to play with and put inside your journal. Okay, and that goes there. And then I'm just going to do a quick flip through because, like I said, this is more of a writing collage and make it your own journal. Hello, baked beans. And there's a tag. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. This is a stick pin, but it is secured in there, so no one's going to poke themselves. And vintage lace. More of the vintage 1800 ledger. Little goodie hearts. Punched in all different types of things and sizes. Again, Rickety Snippets digitals, and I've sized them smaller because I wanted to put a frame around them because they were just so beautiful. And then if you chose to put lace along the edges of your pages, you don't lose any of the beautiful images that we all love to see. Again, this is petal paper with real petal inclusions. This is a soft pink cloud, smoky pink cloud paper. Hope that's picking that up. And you can see this is the digital that is on the front of the box. Okay, and there's little, this is vintage jewelry piece. There are tickets, a little cigar band, and this is a flowing pocket so that the design is not interrupted. That is one of my favorite things, T-cards, about Rickety Snippets designs. And I made a little side pocket, a cute little tag. And this flips down for secret journaling. And there's the center spine. And there is a gap there because some people like to fill up their journals, like me, and make them really chunky. So now you have space in between there, as well as space on the ends to fill up. And here is an arrow. That is an actual hidden paper clip for the arrow to your heart with vintage doily and lace trim. This is a vintage card that I put a pocket on with a bead dangle. And again, you can take that off. You can put it on one of the sides. You can put it on the outside, whichever you choose. Some pretty tags. And there is old and new ephemera in here. I thought the flowers went really pretty. And then on the inside, this blossom bright with shining leaves, another cheerful message weaves into our pleasant friendship. And if you don't like it, you can cut it out, you can tear it out, you can turn it into a different tag, anything that you want. Because this will be whoever purchases their own little, hopefully happy journaling kit. And then that just slides right back on over. A little tuck that I made. Did some stenciling there with the gold ink. A vintage envelope. And inside there are some little transparencies that are like romantic, a little extra bits and pieces of the papers that I use throughout are stashed in here also. Here are some more of the vintage book pages that I use to back the tags and things in here. Do be careful with these ones. If you fold them, they will break, so make sure to use washi tape or back it with something, another sheet of paper. There's this center. I used a really thick paper doily, and then I have cute little beads, a cute little dangle that again you can take off. This is a vintage glass bead. These are glass beads also, but it has little roses inside of it. Again, lots of writing space, lots of collaging space to truly make it your own. And then there's some little flaps here with a little hidden pocket, some little tickets, and then there's a little seam binding on there. And then here is the end pocket. And there's a little, some vintage lace there, some extra doilies and vintage ticket in there, And then again, a little wax seal on the back, and whoops! That little trader wanted to show you what was in the envelope. I'll give you a sneak peek, if you can see, because of the sun. We'll do it this way. There. And then I created a writing board for you to put in here. One side is textured, but I put a light layer of waterproofing over that, and sewn some little beads in the vintage trim. And then the other side is laminated, so that when you need to write over a bumpy surface, and depending on your writing style and the pen you use, determines which side of the writing board you use. So you just stick it in there, and then now you have a nice flat surface. So I made sure to include that for all of us that love to make things lumpy. Okay, so it is up for sale. It's not in the shop yet, so if you really want it first before it goes in, because the price does get raised in the shop because of fees that I need to pay. So there we have it, and I want to thank you for joining me for our treasure trove here, and until the next time, thanks, bye.